Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So this video series is one that I started last month, and whenever I finish up 5 products, I hold on to them and then I sit down and film an empties video for you. And my goal for you in these videos is to just share my user experience and give you detailed information on each of these products in hopes to, help you make a better informed decision if you're to go out and purchase any of these products. This batch is really fun for me because out of the 5 products, 4 are ones that I really enjoyed and still continue to enjoy because for 2 of them, I've already dug into my backups for them. So we'll start out with my favorite, which is my Glossier skin tint. I have this in the shade dark, and on Glossier's website, they describe it as a perfecting skin tint that evens out discoloration and leaves your face looking toned, smooth, and dewy. It's breathable, ultra thin, and the formula auto fits to skin, making application as simple as throwing on moisturizer. So it claims to not hide your freckles, spackle your pores, or erase any other evidence that you're in fact a real human being. So with that said, this is very sheer. So I just want to set expectations there. So according to my spreadsheet, I've had this bottle open for about 8 months, and I use this quite regularly. Like minus the handful or like just the random times that I want to use my other foundation, which is the Beauty Counter Tint Skin. That one definitely has more of the texture of a foundation, where this is like a very runny, liquidy. I would say the formula is like most comparable to the MAC Face and Body. I don't even remember the last time I touched that product, but yeah, just like this really sheer, watery formula. And although the Beauty Counter Tint Skin is not a full coverage foundation, just in comparison to this, that one feels more like a foundation, and I've just been preferring something super light like this. I'm tempted to say just in the summer, just because, it's so hot and I don't want a lot of product sitting on my skin. But even in the winter, like this is the one that I reach for the most. Now, I know Glossier does not claim to be a green beauty brand, and people have asked me, how clean their products are. So there are 3 different databases that I reference. One of them is EWG, although it used to be EWG Skin Deep, but then I think they recently changed their name, not quite sure. The other app I use is Think Dirty, and the third one is an app called Hwahae, and it's a Korean app, but I think their rating system is similar, or if not exactly the same as EWG's or Skin Deep's. If you look on the Think Dirty database, if you look up Glossier Perfecting Skin Tint, it actually yields 2 different results, one of them being the light shade and the medium shade. And the light shade rates a 4 on a scale of 0 to 10, 0 being clean and 10 being dirty. But then the skin tint in medium rates a 1. But I couldn't find a rating for the specific dark shade. So I just want to throw that out there. I haven't really looked into the difference between the 2. Yeah, why the light shade has a dirtier rating than the medium shade. Yeah, so sometimes I find that like Think Dirty, it's strange. Like the results are weird because sometimes you'll see like multiple listings for the same product and they'll have different ratings. So I just kind of take that with a grain of salt. I know this isn't as bad as, some of the other foundations that I used to use that contain a bunch of, fragrances and parabens. And Glossier's website, it does state here that it's hypoallergenic, appropriate for all skin types. It is non-irritating, paraben-free, alcohol-free, fragrance-free, and cruelty-free, and that's okay with me, even though this isn't like 100% clean. I forgot to mention that this product does not pop up in the search results when I look for it on the Hwahae app or the EWG database. So yeah, I'm just basing its cleanliness off of Think Dirty app's ratings. So I really enjoy this product, but it does have like a very dewy finish, and I'm okay with that because I just like to take some translucent powder and then just target, my forehead, around the sides of my nose. I stopped powdering my chin area because I've been kind of okay with, it looking a little bit more natural than like super matte. So if you are someone with oilier skin, I don't know how much you'd like this. If you're looking for coverage, I'm not sure how much you'd like this. But if you're trying to wean off of like full full coverage foundations and spot treat your blemishes or spots like I am, then this might be worth a try. I think the price point is really fair too at $26. It's lasted me really long, and ever since this has come into my life, I haven't felt a huge itch to try out a bunch of different foundations at once. This is my first bottle of the dark shade that I finished up. I'm on my second bottle now, and the first bottle, the one in the shade medium, I used up halfway, but once I tested out this one, I prefer this tint over the medium shade. And because they are both very sheer, you could get away with either, but I tend to prefer looking a bit more tan than not. So yeah, this is my go-to foundation. Next up, we have Mahalo Skincare's Rare Indigo Beauty Balm. And this is a beauty balm to calm and renew. It's supposed to help inflammation, like calm inflammation, acne, eczema, rosacea, dermatitis, and other skin irritations to promote a more radiant, youthful complexion. This contains 1 fluid ounce of product, or 30 ml, and this retails for $110. After being on my wish list for months, I treated myself to this product at the end of last year. So I received it at the beginning of this year and I started using it right away. The shelf life is 6 months, so I finished it within that window. Whoa, it's crazy. I have dates on the bottom written here, and I opened it on January 3rd and I finished it on July 3rd. So like exactly 6 months. When I was on the market for this, I was looking for a cream or a balm that I could use in the evenings to help with inflammation, acne, and this is actually suitable for all skin types. And says it's best for normal to oily. You only need like the tiniest bit. I think it says even smaller than a pea-sized amount. And it's also supposed to help with wrinkles, age spots, dryness, and signs of aging. I bought this, and then I don't remember exactly when I also purchased Mahalo's Vitality Elixir, but I really like the two of them together. I could use that almost every single evening, and I didn't find that it was too active or too harsh for my skin. But when I used the Mahalo Rare Indigo Balm like on its own without a facial serum or an oil underneath, I found that it wasn't moisturizing enough on its own. I would put it onto my face, and if I were to touch my face, it still felt like there was product sitting on my face. But for some reason, like when I would move my face around, there was still a bit of tightness. I wonder if I'm the only one that has experienced that. But yeah, even with other balms, I found that when I use it by itself, my face tends to feel tight. It almost feels like it's not sinking in. So I'm looking at Mahalo's site now, and it does say that for best results, apply over wet to damp skin to allow for maximum absorption of oils. But most of the time, I want to say like 95% of the time that I have used this, I've always had the Vitality Elixir serum underneath. So I don't know what it's like to use this straight up on wet skin. I don't know why. I don't remember if I've ever tried that or not. But I wanted to point that out because it is stated on Mahalo's website. Would I recommend this for everyone? I wouldn't. I would only recommend it for you if the price point, is within your budget. I do feel like it is an investment because it is $110, and you could find, beautifully performing beauty balms like under $110. Like I'm thinking of Stark Skincare's Aurora. That one retails for $40, and I believe it's 2 ounces of product. So you actually get double for like less than half the price. So if you're really curious about this, like I'm personally really glad that I got to try it because I've just been really curious about it myself. If your skin's super sensitive, you might be interested in this because I did see on Jess's website, Jess, the founder of Stark Skincare, she did say that if you have super sensitive skin, Aurora could be irritating because I think there are certain ingredients in there that some people found to be pore clogging. I didn't. My skin works beautifully with Aurora. So yeah, I guess if you're curious, I would highly recommend this to you. It is a beautiful product. It smells wonderful. It's never irritated my skin in any way. And if I were to receive this as a gift in the future, I'd be happy to use it again, but I'm not in a rush to purchase this anytime soon. Product number 3 is one that I have a deep love-hate relationship with, and it is Dior's Lip Glow Color Reviver Balm. And on Sephora's site, it says, it's a sheer balm that enhances your natural lip color while moisturizing and protecting lips. This is 0.12 ounces or 3.52 grams, and this retails for $33. I know, it's a lot. And it's a balm, and Brandon always makes fun of me whenever I talk about this because, I don't know, I think it's true, but he just thinks it's such a gimmick. But basically, it's supposed to look slightly different on everyone because it's supposed to bring out your natural lip color, and we all have, you know, different lip colors. And it does come in 4 different shades. I've tried 3 of the 4. I've tried the coral, the satin, and the pink one. I think lilac is the only one that I haven't tried. Here's what that looks like. Okay, so I love this because I love the color. I'm wearing it on my lips today. Yes, I am. And usually with lip products that contain color, I find that I always need to wear some sort of balm underneath to moisturize it first. But with this one, even if my lips are chapped, I can use this and it'll just soften it right up, and I love the finish. I always for the last, I don't know, like 5-6 years, I always have a tube of this in my bag. I carry it with me always. Even when I travel and I don't like take a bunch of lip colors, like this will always be there. So yeah, I really love the performance. I kind of like the smell. It's like a very vanilla-ish smell. What else? Yeah, I love it, right? But the reason that I hate it is because, first of all, it's expensive. Secondly, it's not cleanly formulated. It does contain fragrance, which is one of the main ingredients that I try to avoid. And I'm not talking like fragrance derived from like essential oils or like more natural ingredients, but like straight up like perfume, it's in this. And the other thing that I don't like is that if you go to Sephora's website and you look at the ingredient list for this, all it states is mango butter and loofah extract. And it says mango butter, ultra nourishing to soothe the lips, and loofah extract to moisturize and heal. But when you look this up on EWG, Think Dirty, or Hwahe, I mean, one of the ingredients that rates like super toxic is the perfume in here, or the fragrance in here. Oh yeah, that's like my biggest thing, because just I hate products that contain fragrance, just because my skin is so sensitive. And after learning that, you know, when a product states like perfume or fragrance without breaking down, you know, what that's composed of, it can be up to like hundreds of different types of chemicals, and I just don't prefer to put stuff onto my body that I don't know where it's derived from. That's just my personal preference. I'm not trying to scare you into, you know, just throwing out everything that's not clean, because I still can't break up with this product. Okay, so the other thing that I really dislike is, you know, every time I use one of these, I'm like, no, I'm almost done, because I turn and there's no more product. But one time, I think it was when I was filming my capsule makeup collection video, I remember talking about depotting this because I had a feeling that there was, you know, still some product left. And I took a safety pin last time just to kind of poke it in to see how deep this goes. And I don't know if you guys could even see way in there, but if you stuck a safety pin inside of this, there's about like this much product that you don't have access to unless you like were to scrape it out and depot it, which is what I did. And I just feel like that's so wasteful, like packaging wise. I mean, there's so much product in here. You're paying $33 for a lip balm. You would hope that you could, you know, use all of it. After talking about it and thinking about it for a really long time, I decided to just take like the smallest spatula I own and dig up as much as I can. And I took out all the products and I put it into this little sample jar of Josh Rosebrook's Vital Balm Cream. So I have like a tiny bit left. I have been using it at my desk. So I do have beef with that. The fact that the applicator, like what the heck? As we speak, I have, you know, a coral one in my bag, and then I have the new shade in berry, you know, in my vanity or my desk drawer where I keep my makeup. So I don't know when I'll break up with this. I've asked you guys in the past if you had like a more cleanly formulated alternative to this, and a few of you have suggested Bite Beauty's lip tint, I think in the shade Watermelon, and I have had that on my wish list at Sephora. Like every time I go in, it's been unavailable. When I look on Bite Beauty's website, they don't offer it anymore, so I'm just wondering if that product got discontinued. But yeah, if you guys do have a suggestion for me that I can use to replace this one, I'd love to hear about it in the comments below. Next, I have RMS Beauty's Living Luminizer. This is RMS Beauty's top selling product, and on her website, she describes it as an ultra sheer glowing luminizer with a translucent satin pearl finish. This highlighter works great on all skin tones, and it is not greasy or glittery, which I can attest to is true. This is 0.17 ounces or 4.82 grams, and it retails for $38. So this product is not technically an Empties because I do have quite a bit of product left, and the expiration for this is 12 months, and I've had this for well over 12 months. I don't know exactly, I'll have the dates up here. What I found that was in the last couple of months, after I apply this, like sometime in the middle of the day, I would start getting clogged pores, just literally right where I would apply this product, which is like up on my cheekbones, down the bridge of my nose. And they weren't pimples, it just looked like little bumps. And I do know that this contains coconut oil, which is actually one of the ingredients that kind of scared me when I first purchased this, because I have used coconut oil in the past to remove makeup, and I learned that I can't use straight up coconut oil on my face, like it will clog my pores. So I was nervous about this, but I was a little not as resistant to trying this because I wasn't applying it all over my face, and this has never given me any issues until 2 months ago when, you know, like I mentioned, I had the clogged pores, and I can only attribute that to the fact that this is well past its expiration date. So for me, it's not, I know some people can use things past the length of time that is recommended and be okay, but because I have such sensitive skin, it's not worth it for me to, you know, try to get my money's worth if my skin's reacting. So I am going to empty out the remaining product, and I do want to reuse this jar because it is a glass jar, and yeah, it's a nice little size. I really love this. Of all highlighters that I've used, I found that this gave what, you know, the website claims. It's a very youthful glow without being too sparkly, too glittery. It's not like one of those like disco ball highlighters, like if you wanted to wear it for like a night out because you wanted it to really, you know, be more bold and loud. I'm personally not into that. I like the more natural look, whether it's day or night. So yeah, I use this every day for, you know, for a really long time, and I would definitely repurchase this again. But there's a part of me that's also very curious about another product that's on my wish list. It's Maya Chia's, it's a highlighter, but it comes in a little dropper bottle like a serum, and it's a liquid highlighter, and I really like that that's packaged in a dropper bottle. And I like that I don't have to dip my fingers into it. I haven't seen any reviews for it personally, but I really like Maya Chia as a brand, so I think I might try that before I purchase this one again. Right now I'm using Glossier's Halo Scope just because I picked that up out of curiosity a few months back, and it's okay, but I prefer the RMS Living Luminizer over the Glossier Halo Scope. I wish that actually there was a little bit less product in here just so that I could say that I finished it. But other than that, beautiful product. And lastly, and actually the least, the one that I like the least, this is the BcomBIO Organic 2-in-1 Foaming Gel. And it's made in France. Let's see, the website describes it as a cleanser that cleanses the skin and hair in just one step. It's soap-free, very gentle, pH balanced, and good for even the most sensitive skin. This is 500 ml or 16.75 fluid ounce, and it doesn't tell me the retail price on their website, but in Korea the retail price I think is anywhere from like 50 to 60,000 won, which is like roughly $50 to $60, but I got this on sale for I think 19 or 20. Yes. The story behind why I decided to pick this up is because I'd finished my first bottle of one of my favorite shampoos by the brand Aromatica, and you guys would be familiar with this product if you guys watched my What's in My Shower video, and that Aromatica shampoo has also been in a previous Empties video. So the shampoo that I really like is the Rosemary Scalp Scaling Shampoo. So I just ran out of that, and I went to Olive Young, which is like a drugstore in Korea, to pick up another bottle, but they didn't have any in the store. As I was about to leave the store, one of the workers came over to me and she was like, "Oh, I heard you were looking for the Aromatica shampoo, but I have a product that's far superior to that one." She says she's used both the Aromatica and this one, and how much she prefers this one. So her biggest selling point to me was that this is very cleanly formulated, and it even states perfume in here, but it's of plant origin and the ingredients are organically farmed. The other thing is that she said this is great as a shampoo as well as a body wash, and I really love multitasking products. And the third selling point is that this retails for so much higher, but it's on sale for about 20. So she's telling me about this product, and I don't like it when people try to sell products to me too hard, and I was open to hearing about why she loved this so much more than the Rosemary Scalp Scaling Shampoo from Aromatica. And while we were talking, she was like, "You know what, like, don't even buy this today. The only reason I'm like really suggesting it is because it's on sale, but let me just give you some samples." And she came over to me with like, I think almost like 20 little packets of this, and I just thought, oh my gosh, this is perfect. I can take this with me on my travels, because I was flying to Malaysia the next day. And because she wasn't like really pushing this product on me for me to buy it there and then, I was like, you know what, okay, I'll just pick it up, because, you know, for 16.75 fluid ounces of products, and it's cleanly formulated, like, I think that's a good deal. So I did pick it up that day. So with this product, when I first started using it, I really enjoyed it. It does have a citrus and mango scent. It didn't strip my skin at all. It does lather surprisingly well for something that is soap-free and you know, cleanly formulated. So I did like that. But maybe after like a month of daily use, for whatever reason, I just became very sensitive to the smell, and the citrus mango scent no longer felt like fresh and inviting to me. In fact, it just kind of made me feel nauseous, and it started smelling kind of artificial to me. But because it was so cleanly formulated and it didn't irritate my skin, I was definitely going to just get through the whole bottle. And because this is a product that you wash off in the shower, you know, it's not like a body oil or a body lotion, the smell doesn't linger. So even I've used this as a shampoo too, and it's okay as a shampoo. The smell didn't stay on my hair. So for me, it was really just during the time that I was using it, I didn't enjoy it. I would recommend this product if you were in Korea and, you know, you were looking for a cleanly formulated two-in-one product, and if and only if this is on sale, because there's no way that I would pay close to $50 for this again. So yeah, I know that I've had people ask me questions on like what kind of cleanly formulated products they can find in Korea, and honestly there aren't a lot. I get most of my bath products from iHerb or Beauty Heroes, and sometimes I'll get like Dr. Bronner's from Olive Young, but yeah, even then it's like, you know, more expensive than you could find at Costco here, or if you were to buy it in the States. So I wouldn't like strongly advise you not to buy this, but I would only buy it under those, you know, specific conditions. Okay, so that's it for today's 5 empty products. I already have 4 lined up. I'm waiting for my 5th. Hopefully I can finish one more product by the end of September, and then I can have that for you guys next month. Thank you so much for watching. If you guys have any questions regarding any of the products that I mentioned today, please leave a comment down below, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!